The theme of the just concluded 31st ASEAN Summit, under the chairmanship of the Philippines, Partnering for Change Engaging the World, is not only a restatement of the yearning for the integration of world's economy, the centerpiece of globalization. The summit's agenda also includes territorial security, terrorism, education, and protection for migrant workers, among others. At the outset, I salute the President for his indefatigable and masterful leadership for the success of ASEAN 31st Summit. Territorial integrity is breached when a country by force, threat, or the like deprives another country of the possession and beneficial use of its territory or part thereof, the ownership of which is recognized under international law. Terrorism is emboldened to unleash its political venom of violence and mass murder because terrorists believe that free society have lost the will to fight. Hitler summoned the audacity to conquer his neighbors because of his delusion that they will not fight back. Hitler proved himself wrong when he suffered the humiliation of prison. John F. Kennedy once said, "The soft societies are about to be gobbled by the debris of history." If what Kennedy meant by debris of history is terrorism, then the vanquished terror attack in Marawi City proved that Philippine society is not a soft society. For the Filipino people fought and will always fight whenever their birthright freedom is threatened by terror and violence. Then the need for strong regional action to adopt policed rules and standards to provide protection to migrant workers. Certainly, a legally binding migrant workers covenant will address the increasing cases of discrimination on salary scale, lack of medical benefits, substandard housing, as well as physical, mental, and sexual abuse in the workplace, to mention a few. Another highlight of the summit is the promotion of education as an integral component of globalization. In any case, the presence of business groups accompanying their national delegation affirms that the main aspiration of the summit is economic globalization. The active participation of dialogue partners led by the United States and China lends international prestige to ASEAN's regional role towards globalization. It must be recalled that economic globalization has its forerunner in international and regional organizations among developed countries dealing with trade liberalization. Over the years, the United States through trade agreements legislation has become a driving force towards liberalization by inducing other countries to offer reciprocal tariffs concessions, liberalizing quotas, and removing other restrictions. But the institutional framework for negotiations has been provided by several international organizations which established strong impetus to the liberalization process. Internationally, they include the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, GATT, now the World Trade Organizations, WTO, and the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD. Regionally, they consist of several customs union and free trade areas. The main regional organizations of industrial nations are the European Union and the North American Free Trade Area, NAFTA, encompassing the US, Canada and Mexico, which are now dialogue partners of ASEAN.